Yo, what's good, boys? Welcome back to another video. If you guys don't know who I am, my name's Danny. I'm 17 years old and I've made over 6 figures with organic dropshipping. So along this road of making over $100,000 with organic dropshipping, I've had a lot of success, a lot of failures, and I've learned a lot of things throughout the way. And these things include like not only dropshipping, but also like life as well. I've noticed that now I kind of see the world differently. I see everything differently when it comes to like literally everything, like friends, money, everything. So yeah, with that being said, let's just get straight into the video. So one of the things that I learned throughout my journey is that it's better to focus on the inputs rather than the outputs. So for example, I used to think like this week I want to make $1,000 or this month I want to make $30,000. But these are things that you can't really control and it just comes with the inputs. So instead you could think something like, okay, this week I want to make 50 ads and improve my hand movements, for example. I feel like by thinking this way, it's much better because you can't really control the outputs. All you can really control is how much work you put in and how much you really do. If you stay consistent with your inputs, the results will just come naturally over time. So remember, boys, focus on the inputs and don't think about the outputs. They'll come naturally. Another thing I've learned is that in order to get to a certain level with e-commerce, you need to straighten out your priorities and remove all distractions. I realized this when my rev hit around like 10K and I realized that like, oh shit, this is really real. I can really make real money off this shit. So at this point, when I realized that you can make actual money and it can fund your lifestyle, I decided to just focus on work and remove all distractions. I knew that if I spent my day going out, snapping people, playing video games, and doing other dumb shit, I would just be nerfing myself. I've learned that in order to reach my max potential and make the most amount of money possible, I need to remove anything standing in the way of my success. And a lot of these decisions I didn't want to make at all, really, but sometimes you really have to get uncomfortable and do certain things, like for example, cutting off those friends that aren't really good for you, or cutting off those habits like scrolling on social media and things like that. Even though you don't want to do it or you're uncomfortable doing it, in the long term, you're going to notice that it really benefits you. So I've kind of adapted to stay away from certain things or certain people that weigh me down as a person or as an entrepreneur, because this is really how bad I want it. I mean, I want it so bad that I'm willing to get uncomfortable and do things that I would never see myself doing, like last year, for example. So remember, boys, if you guys really want to succeed with this shit and reach your max potential, you need to remove any distractions standing in the way of your success. So over time, another thing I've learned is that in order to really be successful with this and make real consistent money, you need to be obsessed with this. There's a good reason why you don't see many teenagers making 6 figures or a lot of money online. And this is really because they don't really want it bad enough, or they don't have enough discipline to stay locked in and stay consistent with one certain business model. Before, I thought that anyone can really make money online. I thought it was like kind of a side hustle. But I later realized that this isn't really for everyone. You might be able to get away with half-assing it for a little bit and make a little bit of money and make like a lucky couple $1,000s. But in reality, if you really want to succeed with this and be consistent, this needs to basically be your life. Try to think of it as a professional sports player. Like all the people in the NBA and shit, they're not there because they half-assed it. They're there because they were that obsessed with that certain thing or that certain sport and they wanted it that bad. And that's the reason they are where they're at today. The reason they're playing professional sports is because they're literally obsessed, and that's the only thing they think about from the time they wake up, from the time they go to bed. So remember, boys, if you want to make more than the average person, if you want to be better than the average person, you need to work harder than the average person. It never just naturally comes to you. Another thing I've noticed is that you need to learn to keep on going and keep on putting the inputs when nothing is motivating you at all. So if you guys don't know, in organic dropshipping, there can be really high and really low moments. So this means that in some parts of your journey, you might not have a lot of income, or you might not be getting a lot of money or have anything motivating you, which is when a lot of people start to slow down their work and slow down their work ethic. Y'all need to learn to stay consistent even when nothing is motivating you. If you can learn this skill, you'll basically be unstoppable. Like for example, I've had a lot of stages in my dropshipping journey where I've had like $0 months or like really low months, but because I want it that bad, every single day of those low months, I still woke up, I still put in the work, I still put in the hours, even when I don't have anything motivating me, like not only money. Like maybe you have something else in life that's not motivating you, like something in your social life or something like that. Remember, guys, another thing is that the people around you aren't really gonna know, like everyone's gonna think like, what the hell are you doing? Like nobody's gonna really understand you, especially like in the beginning of your journey when you haven't seen much results. But just remember that there's proof literally everywhere, and this shit is really possible. You just gotta stay consistent and put in the work. Remember, boys, in organic dropshipping, the work you put in today will show later. It's not like a regular 9-to-5 job where you work 1 hour and you get the money right away. In business, you can work for a whole month straight grinding and make $0, but then that grinding for that whole month can pay off the next month and you'll have like a $50,000 month, for example. most of the time there's no instant results in this shit. So another thing I've learned throughout my journey is that the people around you really have a huge effect on you, probably more than you think it does. I used to surround myself and like hang out with people who didn't really have anything going for them, and I thought it wouldn't really have a huge effect on me. But I realized over time that I started doing everything that they were doing and picking up their bad habits just because I was around them. I'm not saying you have to surround yourself with millionaires or something like that. I would just say surround yourself with people who are gonna help you elevate or like even motivate you to do better. And this doesn't just go for money, it goes for other things as well, like just life in general, sports and things like that. For example, let's just say you were trying to go to the gym more often and you were trying to eat better and more healthy. If the people around you are hitting the gym every day and motivating you to lose weight, it would have a way better positive effect on you and your habits as opposed to if you were around people who did not hit the gym, who ate unhealthy, and who had terrible habits. These bad habits will eventually grow on you because the people around you will make you feel like these bad habits are okay doing, like it's a natural thing to do just because they do it. But trust me guys, over time you guys are gonna see how much of an effect the people you surround yourself has on you. But yeah boys, that's basically all I have for the video today. Hopefully you guys like gain some knowledge from this video or learn something new, but I'll see you guys in the next one.